Welcome back, guys. This is Sarah.
And I'm Erika. And we are living understaffed. You go.
Living understaffed, the chaos that we can't clock out of. Welcome back. Erika, how have you been understaffed this week, honey?
Oh, that's a rude question. There have just been a lot of things, unexpected emotional things that just sort of like, I was doing good. I had this conversation with my therapist. She was like, "How are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm actually feeling really good. I feel like I'm not in a crisis." And she was like, "That's great." And we did some like other work about other stuff. And I was like, "This is great." And then literally the next day, I was like,
You spoke too soon.
Why?
You spoke too soon.
Yes. But I also had a really good weekend. And I went to the Dogwood Festival with my friend Greg. Hi, Greg. He was lamenting about the lack of episode because,
because I'm dying
we're
of typhoid.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Basically. But it was great. Like, I genuinely had a good time. I got to look at so much treasure, which it was the best.
Chef's kiss.
And I got a shaved ice in a color changing cup, which gave me so much joy. And yeah, it was great. And like it was great. I had a really good time. And I'm still sort of filled with rage, but also very grateful that I have a really good community around me.
Wow. I know the situation. And obviously we're not going to talk about it on the show, but like, Erika, the fact that you are standing and functioning and didn't take the rest of the week to just rot in bed is a testament to your character, just for the audience to know. Yeah.
Amazing. I love you.
It's true, though. We can't talk about it, but it's a doozy, guys. It's a straight doozy, and she 100% should have been knocked on her ass, and she didn't, and she still went to work, and she still kicked ass this week. So, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, how have you been understaffed?
Well, typhoid, for one. It's guys, it's not obviously typhoid, but it's recovery from walking pneumonia round 2. And then I got an ear infection on top of it. So I'm still like, you might in this episode see me like pop my ear or like plug my nose to pop my ears. Embarrassing. Don't care. I am a total pussy when it comes to ear pain. Total pussy. I am
It's
invalid. Yes. So then I've also had vertigo this week because there's drainage in my ear canal. And so I'm like, great.
Yeah.
But beside that, like, I still went to work this week. I was thinking too, like, when was the last time we recorded? It was before my mom's funeral, wasn't it? Or was it just after?
I think it was before.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert, I guess. Had my mom's funeral, and between like family drama, travel drama, work drama, there's all these things. And it's just been a lot. And then this week, as far as work, last week we had 14 new students come in. This week we had 6 more. Next week we have 7 more. So it doesn't happen very often, but having 3 back-to-back classes arrive at the same time is overwhelming. And between the 4 of us that are running admin, it is details get mashed together. It's like, oh, this one student went to sick call, and we think that it's this one student from this one country, but actually it was this other kid in this other class. And we're like, I can't keep it all straight. On top of like all of the other stuff that we're doing for the other courses and graduations and SGL communication and like all of these things. It was a week. And I did call in sick again on Monday because I had gotten an ear infection on Sunday. And I was like, I'm going to go to work on Monday. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I was a total invalid on Monday. I did nothing. So, yeah. And then, I got turned down for the job in Georgia.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Their loss. Honestly, their loss, because I would have crushed that job. My whole heart would have gone into that job. And man, entirely bragging, if you talked to any of the international students that I work with, they would also tell you that you missed out on a good employee, because I am tough with the students and I'm real with the students, and I will dish out as much shit as needed, but I'm also real with them and also very direct. Like, if anyone's in trouble or there's disciplinary anything, or they have questions on medical, or they're not communicating, I'm the first person to stand up and be like, yo, not cool. So it's Georgia's loss. Yeah, 100% I'm sad about it, but that just means something bigger and better is brewing. So I'm waiting. I'm ready for it. Yeah. And can we talk about this episode this week? Literally 2 days from now, Erika and I will be in Kansas City. I will be picking her ass up from the airport, and we prepare for the Lit and Libations show in Kansas City at the Co-op at Shoal Creek. I am wildly excited for this. Wildly.
I am too. I am so excited. I'm so excited for so many things. Like, I'm so excited. I love shows like this. I used to go, my mom is an artist, so she used to like sell her stuff at like craft shows and stuff. So I went to a lot of these when I was a kid. I just love them. Sarah and I are yappers. We're like, we get to yap for an entire day. Fantastic.
Perfect.
Wonderful. We love this.
Don't ever stop
and
me.
It's about books, which we also love.
Not only just books, indie authors, which we are huge fans of. And so it is a multi-genre event. For those of you that are tuning in now, I know for those of you that have been listening for the last 6 months, we've had commercials, we've talked about it. This event is run by a nonprofit in the KC area called KC Bookbeat. And they do absolutely everything they can for that local community, for the authors, for the bookstores, especially for the small businesses. It's incredible. They do incredible work, and they're genuinely kind human beings. Genuinely kind. We absolutely love Trisha Otis. It's props to her because she was a guest on the show a hot minute ago. Absolutely amazing. And so the fact that we are going to be the only podcast at Lit and Libations, and we're hoping that the authors will jump on board and be, they will have the opportunity to record a promo with us for free, and we're going to rotate their promos in our episodes for the rest of the year. So I love pumping up other people, and the fact that we get to be there pumping up ourselves and others, especially indie authors that are out there for the hustle. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, literally 2 days from now, guys. 2 days from now, Eric and I are going to be taking on Kansas City. And Kansas City is not ready, if we're being honest.
No, they're not ready.
No. They've got a couple of tornadoes coming to town. Not actually. Can we also not put that into the universe too? We don't need that.
Yeah, Sarah, don't speak that into existence.
How dare you, you dumb bitch. Oh my God. Yeah. So, this week, understaffed for sure. But, I am super excited about Lit and Libations. Erika, I've ordered some promotional material to have at the show, and Erika has not seen the design or seen the physical product yet because I'm getting them shipped to myself. Guys, I'm going to put up videos of her reaction because I almost cried when I saw it myself. It's so good. So, and Gordo was here. McJean Jacket Gordo McJean Jacket, whatever we decided to call him. He was here when I got the retractable banner, and I was like, help me with this. And getting it set up busted my middle nail in this finger. It's literally cut down to the front. It's so bad, and it hurts so much. And like it's the gel nail that's on it, right? And so it's still attached to my real nail. And like I got soap and water in it because it broke through my nail to the root. So like I got soap and water in it this morning and I was like, motherfucker, how dare you? How dare you? All for a retractable banner.
Yes.
So anyway, worth it. Worth it. But yeah, this is gonna be so great. 2 days from now? No.
Is
It's
this the one that
not.
comes out on Wednesday?
This is the one that comes out the week before. I'm so stupid. Guys,
just cut out the
I'm
part
sorry. No, we're gonna leave it because this is being understaffed. Are you kidding?
True.
So anyway, it's next week. Just kidding. Breaking hearts, shaking names, and kissing babies. My bad. Hopefully, I won't have typhoid by then. We'll just put it that way. I just don't want to have
Hopefully
typhoid.
not.
You can even hear it in my
I don't
laugh.
want you to have it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You are, I will say, you are going to love the topic that I picked.
Oh, tell me. Because and again, for those of you tuning in, Erika put together this topic about 30 minutes before we jumped on the computer. So I don't know anything about what we're recording. And we're just going to, live that understaffed love and move on with our lives. Yeah.
So this is about my Roman Empire, one of them.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Olga of Kyiv or Kyiv. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm really sorry. If somebody knows how to pronounce it, please let me know.
Got it.
I'm doing my best. So she lived in modern day Ukraine. Then it was called Kievan Rus when she lived there. And they think, was originally like from a Viking tribe or something. And she was married to Prince Igor of Kyiv, who then was the crown prince, but later became the king of their Kievan Rus, which was Belarus, Ukraine, and parts of Russia. So, to set the scene, this took place in like the mid 900s. So this is a long ass time ago.
Okay.
So the details are a little fuzzy. So she marries Igor when she's 15. She has one son. And when he's about 3 years old, Igor was killed by a neighboring tribe when he accompanied a small escort to Iskorostin. That one's not pronounced correctly, but it was the capital of the Drevlians.
Okay.
Again, I'm doing my best, guys. They were supposed to be paying tribute and they stopped. So he went with a small group and was like, hey, yo, you have to start paying us money again, please. And since Kievan Rus had the larger army, he just sort of assumed that they would be like, oh, yes, and doing it. They killed him immediately and all of his escorts. And when word got back to Olga, she was furious. Now, keep in mind, she was 15 when she married him. Her son is 3. So she's probably maybe 20 at this point.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep. So she gets word that that's what happened to her husband.
Okay.
And she's upset. So the Drevlians send ambassadors to demand that she marry their prince to form an alliance. She knew they were coming and had her army build a giant hole and then had them buried alive. And
Jesus.
it's not like this is something that was probably just put in for like creative embellishment, but one of the sources that I looked at said she asked if the honor was to their taste as she was throwing dirt on them.
Oof. Oof.
I know. Look, we are just in the beginning. When they didn't return, they sent another party. They still don't know that the first group was buried alive. They don't know that yet. They
Right.
sent another one. Because they're like, what happened? And she's like, don't worry about it. They never came. Sorry.
They never showed
I don't know
up.
what happened.
Weird.
And they're like, oh. I mean, she's just a silly, dumb woman. What could she possibly do?
Correct.
Anyway, they sent another party, and she was like, you can only come see me after you've bathed, you smelly, disgusting men. And they're like, okay, bet. And they go into the bathhouse. She locks them in and sets it on fire, and they all burn alive.
I think I love her.
I know. It gets so much better.
Wow.
Again, she still is like, I don't know what happened to them. Crazy and weird. Because word still hasn't gotten back that that's what happened. So she's like, I want a funeral feast for my husband at his grave in which is in their capital city of Iskorostan.
We're
so
pretending that we know. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she goes with like a small-ish party into their capital city to have a funeral feast at her request. They all start drinking. She gets them all as drunk as possible and slaughters them all, like red wedding style. Okay. And then return to Kyiv. They figured it out at this point. And she, at that point, she sent an army to take the city and force them to pay tribute again. She beat their armies, but they wouldn't leave their city. So she essentially just like, what is it called? Like a siege? When they're just like stuck inside the city and they're not coming out.
I believe so. I could be wrong, but we'll
Something
pretend.
like that. I don't know. Someone knows. Anyway, so her army is surrounding the city. They're not coming out. Nobody's going in. They're just sitting there sort of at a stalemate. And this stays for a year. So everyone stays inside the city for a year. And she's like, I think you guys have suffered enough. I'm happy with my revenge. I think everything's fine. Let's
kiss
try and
and
work
make
this
up.
out.
Let's kiss and make up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they're like, absolutely. What do you want? And she's like, I want 3 sparrows and 3 pigeons from every house. They did. They brought them to her. She tied sulfur wrapped in cloth to the birds, lit them on fire, and then let them go. And when they flew home, they lit the entire city on fire. And because it was sulfur, they couldn't put it out.
First of all, if she was, we'll pretend she's 23 at this point. The balls on that girl. I wish I had that gumption at 23.
Diabolical. And this whole time, she's
Delicious.
acting as her son's regent.
And being a mother.
So the fact
and
that
running an army.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, the fact that she was able to maintain that level of like control over an entire territory, like she was able to hold that, like get all of these men to follow her and prove to them that she was like
this is
equal to any other.
This is Queen Cersei. Like this is her ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yes. She, again, this isn't even the end of the story. So everyone who comes out, she has them all murdered. So there's no one left from the city. Who didn't burn to death, Later, Olga converts to Christianity. She travels to Constantinople, converts to Christianity, and becomes Saint Olga, the saint of widows and converts.
Now that is a saint that I would pray to.
Right?
Wow.
Also, again, this is probably just creative embellishment, but I saw this and I really hope that it happened. So she goes to Constantinople when it was part of the Byzantine Empire, to convert, and the emperor, I didn't look up his name, fell in love with her and asked her to marry him. And she didn't want to, but because she was there, it's kind of a precarious situation politically. She was like, well, I want to like convert to Christianity first. And he's like, okay. And she's like, would you be my godfather? And he was like, yes, I would be honored. He does that. They convert. She converts to Christianity. And then she's like, I can't marry you because you're my dad in the eyes of God. So we can't actually get married.
Wow. She is way smarter than anyone. Holy shit.
I know. And she only ever had the one son, but he had a lot of children, and she essentially, after he was old enough to rule in his own right, and he would go on like campaigns and stuff, she stayed in the capital and raised like with and helped raise his children. And just like lived her best grandma life. And it was really sweet. Like he was going to move the capital to somewhere in like Slovakia, modern day Slovakia. But he stayed an extra like 2 or 3 years because she was really ill and she didn't want to move. So he let her, like, he stayed with her to live out like the rest of her life, like in her home, which I thought was very cute and sweet. So she, obviously a badass lady, but also, while she was ruling, she was one of the first, she was the first to establish like legal reform and to establish like it was, this is like in the feudal era of Europe. So it was like, at best, it was like a collection of feudal tribes under the strongest warlord, and they all paid tribute. That's sort of how it worked.
Wow.
So so there was no centralized government, really. Everyone sort of operated however they wanted to. And she sort of she established a uniform, like, legal, like, not like strict legal codes, but like certain like standards, I guess, across their whole territory. And she made administrative centers and hunting grounds and like training posts and trading places, markets, I don't know,
Jesus.
where people could get stuff from like all over the territory, right?
Mhm.
So and those places, some of them are still around now. And that was the first time someone had done that in this area. And she is credited for establishing a lot of the cultural unification of that area, which I thought was really cool.
That's wild.
Um,
That's wild.
she is one of my. I know. I know.
Wow. Wow.
That is the
She is one
story
of
of
your
Olga
what?
of Kyiv. She's one of my favorite ladies. She's like my Roman Empire. I think about her all the time.
What would Olga do?
What would Olga do?
We need t-shirts. I feel like we say that after everything we
Every
do, but like Saint
yes,
Olga. Pray to my girl Saint Olga. Like,
right?
what would Olga
My
do?
favorite part. My favorite part is still the like they come, she buries them alive, and then she's like, I don't know what happened.
Oh, shucks.
You,
You might have to just
I
send
don't
more
know.
people. Maybe they got lost.
Yes.
They didn't ask
And
the
then they're
woman
like,
for directions.
yeah, okay. How, like, she fucking got you all. Like, and this took years.
Can
Like,
we also talk about how she stood on the mound of the hole that was dug and said, "How do you like them apples?" Can we?
yes.
She is on a whole nother level. And then this, oh my God. And
Yes.
then how diabolical do you have to be to instruct an army to tie sulfur to the legs of pigeons and send them home on fire? Like, that's terrifying. That level of intellect and literal evil is terrifying.
Mhm.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And she's really young at this point. And this was I can't imagine this is less than 2 or 3 years after her husband had died. And it could, given what I know of that time frame, she could have genuinely been really in love with her husband, or it could also be in order to maintain control. That was sort of how she did it, was like, I'm avenging like your king. So
Well, and also,
it could have been a lot of things.
I don't know how the courts and the systems, if they didn't really have like a governmental system in place, it could also be that her parental motherly instinct kicked in and she decided, I'm going to do everything I can to protect this baby boy. And if that means avenging my husband, and yeah, it could have been love, it could have been whatever, it could have just been loyalty, honestly. But I'm going to avenge him to save the place of the throne for my son. Like,
yeah, or that.
Holy
this
shit.
reminds me of a book called Children of Gods and Fighting Men. And it has a similar vibe. It was really good. Definitely the I support women's rights and wrongs sort of
that vibe.
thing. Yes. Because but yeah, we should do this again. There are a couple like women in history. I used to know a lot more about this stuff when I was younger because I am a huge dork and I used to just like research history in my spare time because I liked it.
I love that for you, and I love that for the show.
So yeah, that is Olga of Kyiv.
Olga of Kyiv. And can we just make an official announcement that this will be an ongoing series? Badass Women of History. And we will make a playlist in like YouTube and all that jazz, because this needs to be talked about more. And yeah,
Yes.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yes.
And this is...
And also, if you have any badass women that you want us to cover, it's not going to be like a super deep dive, but you know, if you want us to talk about someone,
send
us a message, reach out on TikTok,
absolutely,
X, Facebook, send us an email, carrier pigeon, literally anything.
But please don't put
Maybe
that carrier
don't
pigeon
tie
on
sulfur
fire.
to it. Yeah, I don't want one that's lit on fire. Sarah and I both live out in the woods.
Our whole ass house would burn down, and our dogs. Please don't do that.
Yes.
Like.
Yes. Daisy is depending on you.
Yeah. So this is a little bit shorter of an episode, guys, mostly because I'm dying and I have to go cough an entire lung out of my system. So thank you for being here. I do want to throw in a quick notice. We have officially become affiliates of Primal Queen. And I need you guys to know that, like, I'm on day 3. I think Erika's on day 1 or 2 of taking these supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And while I am dying of typhoid, I do feel a little bit better. Like, you know, and I'm not going to attribute that to the Primal Queen supplement, but the research that they've put into this, and then the thousands of women that have already have positive reviews on this product, I'm a huge fan. So we've linked it in our link tree. And you, as a listener, if you decide to go purchase, you get 25% off of your order. So 25% is a huge fucking discount. I fully recommend it. I do feel like I have a little bit more energy today. And it's only day 3. So let's see what the next couple weeks look like, in the next couple months. And yeah, Primal Queen, guys, we are officially partnered with them. So I'm really excited about it.
Yes, I am too. And we'll keep you posted on like how we feel in our progress on it. Cause they have like other stuff as well. But finding a supplement is always really hard, and finding something where somebody did like research about how it affects like women's hormones and stuff like that, which there just isn't a lot of research on. That was something that I really liked about it, because I have PCOS. Sarah definitely has like
problems,
not ideal hormone situation. Neither of us do. So if it could help with that, that's literally all I want. It's not, but I would be really impressed. For sure.
So yeah, guys, definitely check out the link tree, get a 25% coupon using our code. And yeah, this is it for me today.
Thank you for listening. We love you. Remember, May 10th, we will be lit in Libations. I'm so excited. Sarah and I will be in person again, recording. We will be around so many indie authors. It's going to be so fantastic. The event's put on by Casey Bookbeat, which also, Sarah mentioned it earlier, they are just a genuinely amazing group of women and a really good organization that's just trying to facilitate, like bring together readers and authors in a really cool, interesting way. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm so excited. And we love you. And without you, we love you, and without you, we would be potting into the void.
That was excellent. I love it so much.